Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a great Saturday morning. This morning, we have a very special guest. But first, don't forget to go down, like, subscribe, and comment on our videos. Our YouTube page. Don't forget to go down, like, and subscribe to our YouTube. Our YouTube is Custom Life Pro. And if you want to, you can go down to our Etsy shop. And you can get some of the Saturday Morning Cartoons merch. I'm wearing one of the hoodies right now. We also have t-shirts and coffee mugs. So, yeah, you can go down there. But first, let's roll the intro. Let's go. All right, this morning we have a very special guest, but first, I'm sorry we couldn't get on Saturday morning. This is a recording, but without further ado, let's welcome on Miss Misty Cintron.
Hey, Sawyer. Thanks
Hello.
for having me.
You're welcome.
I'm Misty Cintron. I'm based outside of Weeki Wachee, Florida, outside Tampa. So excited to be on here.
How do you say that again?
Weeki Wachee, Florida. We're known for the mermaid park. Everyone's like, oh, the mermaids.
That's a big word right there. I don't know if I can pronounce that one.
I didn't either when I moved here. I'm like, we live in Weeki what?
Could you introduce yourself? Where do you live now? Where did you grow up? How long you've been in the insurance business?
So I grew up in, literally, it's called the village of Bettsville, Ohio. So I can literally say it took a village to raise me. And it's accurate. And then I moved to Florida in 2008. I'd been in the insurance industry for almost 3 years now.
Nice. Okay, so I have my first question for you. What is your favorite thing about being in the insurance business?
Being able to help others and just meeting people all over.
Gotcha. What do you like about meeting new people and being able to interact with them?
So for me, I work with a ton of first responders, fire and police. So I love hearing the different calls that they run. Usually I'll ask them what's the most interesting call that they ran in their career. And it's crazy some of the things you hear, like some of the emergency calls they ran, whether it's getting a cat out of a tree that they accidentally cut in half, that didn't go so smooth, or, they delivered X amount of babies, because they didn't make it to the hospital in time. So,
yeah. What is something you have learned about yourself while being in the insurance business?
Patience. I'm not a patient person by any means. So sometimes you have to rely on the insurance carrier, and they might need a little bit more time. So patience is, something I've learned, as well as training other agents. You have to have patience because everyone works at their own pace. Some people pick up stuff quick. Some people you have to tell them 5 times before they really capture what you're saying.
So you said that some people pick up like stuff quick and stuff. How fast did you pick up in like getting going and stuff like that?
So I picked up really fast. I got started and I brought my first set of leads the following week, and then I made 4 appointments that week, and I closed 4 apps my first week.
Good job.
Thanks. It was exciting. I didn't even know what to do with them. I remember it was April Fool's Day because I reached out to Ian and I'm like, hey, I just wrote 4 apps. What do I do with them? And he thought I was joking. I'm like, no, I really wrote 4 apps and I don't know what to do with them.
All right. Here's another question for you. Is there anything specific that you've learned that you've been able to use in your business to help you hire people?
Yes. Just be you. I think people, they want to work with people they relate to. So I'm very laid back on my interviews. I don't dress up for them. I tell them if they're overdressed to just take that suit off or loosen that tie. Really focus on the core value. We have fun and get stuff done over here, and just keep it fun. Life insurance is not that of an exciting industry, so we try to make it as fun as we can.
Gotcha. Has anything embarrassing happened while you were on an appointment?
So on an appointment, no. But it seems like almost every in-person event, as far as functions for, Symmetry itself, I have literally wiped out in conference. They put a speed bump in the middle of the road on one of our conferences, and, I was watching where I was going, not my feet. So I tripped over a speed bump in front of everyone. That was fun. Had a zipper break on another one. Right before I was getting ready to go on stage, my zipper broke. That was not as fun either. And last weekend in Pittsburgh, the strap to my shirt broke right when I was walking up front. So yeah, I'm known for the going joke between Ian and I is I always have a wardrobe malfunction. So.
All right. What challenges has it presented?
Oh gosh, there's been quite a few. I'd say the biggest challenge is all your clients say they're healthy. In their mind, they are healthy. But then when you really dig into their health, they're not healthy. And sometimes explaining to a client, in your mind, you're healthy, but medically, you're really not healthy. That's always been a challenge. When someone gets declined and they're like, but I don't understand why. It's like, well, because you have a meal plan of prescriptions. Like, that's not healthy. And just time. Balance and time when you're growing your agency and trying to produce. That's always, I think, a lot of agents struggle with that balance of your schedule.
What's some tips that you would tell people that are just now getting started in the insurance business?
Plug into every training that you can take advantage of, whether it's on your team, whether it's on another team. YouTube, like there's tons of YouTube videos out there to learn product knowledge, advanced markets, like educate yourself. Call the carriers if you have to and ask for resources. But the biggest thing is, just like anything, you can't sell something if you don't understand it. So get prepared and don't wait till the day that you're picking up the phone to call your clients to get prepared. Get your ducks lined up before you pick up the phone. But don't sit there, and also at the same rate, don't sit there and think you have to know everything before you pick up the phone. That's another flaw. Some agents, they're like scared to pick up the phone because they're like, I don't know everything about this product. You don't have to know everything. Just know your basics. Pick 1 or 2 carriers and really focus on those carriers, and then broaden your horizon as you get better.
Gotcha. You were speaking of carriers. What are your main carriers that you use?
So mine is SBLI. I use them a ton. I like Mutual of Omaha for my whole life. And then I love the Forester Smart UL.
Gotcha. What are you most excited about for 2024?
Hitting 130. Destination trips. Excited. We won the SBLI destination trip. So I'm excited to go to Switzerland this year. I'm excited. Won the cruise for Ian's 130 contest. So I'm excited about that. have a team trip for my team with my leaders that won. And then we're in our 125 run. So just looking forward to locking that in and going right into a 130 run.
Where is your team going for your trip?
We are going to Banner Elk, North Carolina.
Keep going.
I say we rented a little mansion up there built into the mountain.
Nice. And where are you taking any stops on your cruise, or do you just know that you're going on a cruise?
It's a Caribbean cruise. I don't even know. I haven't even had a chance to look at all the details of all the ports that we'll be going to. I feel like I just run 90 miles an hour, 24/7.
What are some goals that you're hoping to accomplish in 2024?
I'd like to have, 300 very active agents by the end of the year. I'd like to have my 130 run. I would like to pull my top producer, Kate Reese, up to 130 as well. And I'd like to pull up at least 10 agency owners this year.
Nice. What did you do before insurance?
So I was a sales manager. I was a marketing and sales manager for a company out of Pennsylvania that subcontracted me out to some very large companies like Kraft Heinz, Smucker's, Schwann's Food, Honey Stinger Energy Lines, Cars Nuts, Noosa Yogurts. I managed their sales teams. And anytime they had a new product, that was part of my role, was to figure out how do we market this new product and how do I train their new agents to get this product into distribution.
And then, how have your other jobs impacted the way that you operate insurance?
So insurance is kind of like any other sales. Your client has a need and you're just trying to fill that order. So it's just, it's not a tangible item. They don't really benefit unless they have a health issue that they're getting their living benefit or they pass away. So for me, transferable skills, whereas I was used to training sales agents, so it's easier for me to train some of my new agents because I'm used to training people. Learning products was just like learning products. It's kind of, I subbed out, term plan based instead of a product. So just kind of implementing those, just learning my products and figuring out how to sell them, how to focus on, this plan has this built into it. This plan has this. If you're looking for this need or you have this medical condition, then you're going to go to this one.
Gotcha. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. You're going to turn 18. You're going to get your license. You're going to follow in your dad's footsteps and be an epic broker.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that. And you're going to inherit his team and he's going to retire out then, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's exactly what's going to happen.
It's a good plan.
Wait, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, skip the college and just go right into the life insurance.
Yeah. That's probably what I'm going to do.
Smart plan.
Hold on.
Did you ask her advice for new agents?
Yeah. I don't have any more questions. I'm trying to think of some. What else have you learned about yourself? You said that while being in the insurance business, you said that you learned patience and stuff. What else have you learned?
Learned to get out of my own comfort zone. I was very just set on this is how you do it and this is how you can do it. And then sometimes, that was working well for me. So if somebody else was doing something, I was kind of had that mindset, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But sometimes stepping outside that box, like learning more advanced markets like IULs and debt-free life. Those were not in my comfort zone, where we etched out the time and we made that time. Same with growing. Like when I didn't start building a team till a year and a half ago. Well, actually almost a year ago. And it's not that my upline wasn't encouraging me to build. It just wasn't in my comfort zone. I was a heavy producer. So for me, it was easy to just get in there and write business rather than build a team, because that's not as quickly rewarding. It takes a little bit longer. So I had a battle with that one. I had a love-hate relationship with building, but once we mastered, balancing a schedule and how to do it effectively, now I love building as much as I do producing.
Gotcha. What goals did you accomplish that you made for 2023?
So my goals were I wanted to bring up an agency owner, and I did. Right in December, I brought up Kate Reese, so was my first agency owner. I wanted to write 300,000 on my pen, and I did. Wrote 317,000. I wanted to be one of the top 10 teams for growth, and I ended up number 7. So I hit that goal. I did want to have my 130 run wrapped up last year, and I did not hit that goal, but we will definitely hit it this year.
Gotcha. Hold on. I forgot what I was gonna say. Let me think of it. What are you gonna do to celebrate hitting 130?
So we were just talking about that yesterday with my leaders. We were trying to figure out what kind of trip we would like to do for that push, and I think we're gonna go to Greece. I think me and my top 4 agents win that contest. Will be going to Greece.
Wow, that's
on my bucket list, so we might as well just check it off at the same time.
Cool. What did you do to celebrate 125?
That was the Oak Banner House.
Cool. What are you gonna do whenever you said that you're trying to get your agency owner up to 130? Mm-hmm. So, are you planning on doing something for that whenever she does?
Yep, we'll figure out what trip we want to do for that too. She was kind of leaning towards a week in the Hamptons.
Cool. Well, do you have any more questions for me?
Yeah, what's the most epic trip you've won so far with your parents?
Well, with my dad, it was either New York City or the 10-day camping trip.
Ooh, that's a tough one, yeah. Where'd you guys go camping at?
Well, it was on the way to the conference in Denver.
Oh.
That happened in August.
Yep.
So we left 6 days before that.
Yep.
And we packed up all of our camping equipment in the truck, and we drove to Nebraska the first day, which was 7 hours. We drove to Nebraska State Park. Nice. And we camped there for 2 nights. And then we got up and we went to this place called New Raymer, Colorado. It's called New Raymer, and it's in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And we stayed there for 2 nights also.
Nice.
And then we it was 2 nights and 3 days. And my birthday was August 8th, so that was a birthday trip that I went on.
Nice.
And I got to celebrate my birthday going hunting, which is one of my favorite things to do.
Nice. What were you hunting?
Prairie dogs.
Prairie dogs. Nice. Very nice. All right. Very nice.
I hit my farthest shot that I've ever hit.
See?
It was 102 yards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good shot. All right. Nice job. Yeah.
It was a headshot. Yeah, so that was really fun. And then we stayed, and then we went the 2 hours to Denver. And we stayed in the hotel for 2 nights. And then we drove back. Well, after the last day of the conference, mm-hmm. we got up the next morning at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and we drove like 30, 40 minutes to to the Red Rocks, and
Okay.
went there, and we went whitewater rafting
Oh, nice.
for the first time.
Anybody fall out of the
No, but there were some good rapids.
boat? It's always my fear. I'm afraid I'm going to fall out of the boat.
It was like a 6-mile river.
Wow, that's a wild ride.
And the water, because you know how it's like mountain snow runoff?
Mm-hmm.
The water's like so cold there.
Right,
But
that's another reason I want to fall in.
Yeah, but that's also really good for fishing, which is the other thing that I love, like I said, hunting. Like I fish like every single time that I possibly can.
Your dad needs to take you to Alaska then. That's the best fishing we've ever had so far.
Yeah. That's gonna be my next trip. Central Illinois, or I guess Illinois itself, doesn't really give you all the best opportunities to fish, because of the cold winters.
Sure.
But I actually just went ice fishing the first time last week, and I guess I kind of figured out how to fish in the winter now.
So did you cut a hole? You did the whole thing? Like
Yeah,
that?
we did the hole with the auger.
That scares me. I'm
And
always afraid when it falls.
But the ice, we had like a week of negative weather. And
Yeah, it's cold everywhere.
Yeah, we had 7 inches of ice on the pond that we went to.
That's crazy.
Like this thick of ice. And even though that there was like water over quite a bit of the pond, it was still like perfectly like thick. That's from like some of like the snow that melted. It came onto the pond, but like some of the edges like around is thinner.
Yep.
So yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, we used up all my questions. We had a good talk. So now I'm gonna do my outro. So the way I do it. Oh, by the way, thank you for coming on.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So the way I do it is we say SMC out and we do nuts to the camera.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. Let me find my mouse. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. SMC out.